Family Dollar and Dollar Tree are set to close nearly 1,000 stores. Let's discuss. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. It's been a busy 24 hours. It really has, guys. Family Dollar and Dollar Tree set to close nearly 1,000 stores because of underperformance. At least that's what they're saying. You have to hit pause on this video to get your coffee or whatever beverage you deem necessary. Go ahead and do that now, as this will be a lengthy discussion. Been getting a lot of comments and emails. People want me to talk about this. I have been, like I have always done on this channel, I've been doing a lot of research, making sure that this is actually happening, and it is, guys. It really is, and I'll tell you what, it's, you know, we talk about job losses, we talk about all this all the time, and it's just something that's going to impact a lot of families. It's going to impact a lot of families, and what I don't like here is that we don't know which ones they're going to be. We don't know what states, we don't know which cities. Dollar Tree is in a few provinces in Canada as well. We don't know which ones of those are closing, which are mentioned here in USA Today, which I'm going to read a little bit through. I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of this is pretty vague because they don't know anything. They're not getting any information. And a lot of people are talking about, well, reasons why maybe this has affected the sales and stuff like that. First, I can tell you that Family Dollar was in a big lawsuit and had to pay like $41.6 billion. Let me scroll down here and see if they even talk about that. Million. Yeah, billion, they'd be done. $41.6 million because of the rat-infested warehouse of all their products. And that was a big hit. Now, this was a couple years ago. And Dollar Tree, there's a little history lesson here. Okay, so Dollar Tree bought out Family Dollar back in 2015. So it's been a while. It's been a while. Now, I don't know whether they're run under the same people or just kind of have the name and then they get the same revenue from products. They're both the same company, right? So they're making the money from... It's always kind of confused me, and I'll tell you why. Doing what I do, right? We always compare prices. We always show where to save and all this stuff. Now, Dollar Tree and Family Dollar are owned by the same people. However, they are very different. I say that because a 6-pack of ramen noodles is $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Yet it was $1.65, which I do believe it went up. It was $1.65 at Family Dollar. Same company, the 5-packs. The 5-packs, not the 6-packs that everywhere else gets. And we would find multiple products at Dollar Tree that were a lot more at Family Dollar, but every now and then we would find a product or two that were cheaper at Family Dollar than Dollar Tree. Usually not on food, but other products, which surprisingly, because most stuff at Dollar Tree, at least for now, is still $1.25. So let's take a sip of coffee here. It took me a while to kind of relax, to talk about this, because I know, thinking of all the families and everything that have... We'll get into that, okay? And why this could be a huge problem, or maybe not so much of a huge problem, okay? So, I'm drinking Kroger Donut Shop coffee. I had one of those Keurig pods left. I was like, I'm just going to use this. I needed something that was just light. Didn't want a big, heavy coffee, and I wanted to get rid of it. So, they say here that they finished strong, okay? They say that they finished strong, but, you know, they did a lot of research, I guess, in 2023. And I'm paraphrasing a little bit here, but they were looking at their stores that were underperforming. That's any business, okay? Now, I was surprised to find out how many there are. Okay. There are 16,774 stores across 48 states and 5 Canadian provinces as of February 3rd. Stores operate under the brands of Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, and Dollar Tree Canada. Now, if you want to look at the information that I'm looking at here, it's USA Today, but I'm mostly using this for a numbers thing. I have read through every article, ABC, a bunch of other ones. It is just all over the place. This is taking the news by storm. That is a lot of stores, though. I did not know that they had that many stores. Now, the curious thing here is which ones are you closing, right? Because I know from people on the channel that we have towns where Family Dollar and Dollar Tree is all you got. Maybe a Dollar General, but the next store, which is either Target or Walmart, or your local, even local grocery stores can be very far away from where some people are. I'm hoping that these stores, and they probably won't be ones that are closing because they're probably doing really good business in those spots. So I hope they're really, really, really taking a good look at who needs these stores, right? And not messing with them. Now, for us, we have Dollar Trees and Family Dollars literally everywhere. Everywhere. Now, the two that I frequent seem like they do really well. I don't see one of them closing. Both stores seem like they're always packed. They're always selling a lot. So I don't know if those will be closing. However, they did just open one about a year or two ago, not too far from here. And one did close a while back, and then they moved to another area. They say they moved, but I don't know. That one doesn't look like it does good at all. It looks like it was a waste of space. It takes up way too much area. They can't even fill the store. Now, this is a Dollar Tree. Okay. Family Dollars around here seem like they do pretty well also. But I wouldn't be surprised if they close a couple of them because they do not do as good as Dollar Tree. I can tell you that just from doing this for years. Okay. So as I worry about the families and the employees that this is going to hurt, I also hope that you're able to relocate to maybe one that isn't that far. If it's anything like Cincinnati, I mean, we have them everywhere. Everywhere. So, and seeing that number, I gotta say, when I first read this, I was like, oh boy. And believe me, I'm still there. I'm still like, this is terrible. And the terrible thing is not knowing if you're going to have a job tomorrow if you work for Dollar Tree or Family Dollar. Because they're not saying. They have not disclosed that information. And I hope it's not, hey, pack your bags, you got a week to go. I hope, that's what I hope doesn't happen. Okay? Let's see. They talk about the warehouse and thing a little bit, where they were storing food, cosmetics, medical devices in a rat-infested warehouse in Arkansas for years, court records show. So that was the big hit to Family Dollar. The Dollar Tree-owned discount chain store took a plea agreement in February after being charged with one misdemeanor account of debasing FDA-regulated products by holding them in unsanitary conditions, according to court documents. I mean, it was pretty big. It was pretty big. As to where... I'm going to be honest with you, it didn't seem like it really affected their business. I don't know if it really got out there. We were talking about it on the channel here, but, so many people were still shopping at Family Dollar. So were we. Now, I mean, obviously, you may not, people probably weren't shopping for food, maybe. I don't know. I don't judge anybody. You do whatever you want, There was a lot of different things going on with Family Dollar, though, for the last couple years. By accepting the plea, the company admitted to shipping products until January 2022 from its Arkansas distribution center, where the FDA found evidence of live rodents, dead and decaying rodents, rodent feces and urine, and evidence of gnawing and nesting, court records show. Dollar Tree said during its fourth quarter earnings report in March 2022 that the product recall at Family Dollar stores linked to the rodent infestation cost the company $34 million. I wonder if any of the people who were buying these products got any of that money. Where'd that money go? Guys, the one thing that I can say is that be ready for the collapse of all of this, because we are seeing things happen like that. If I worked at Family Dollar or Dollar Tree, I would be reading this, I would be researching this as much as humanly possible, because you may want to look for another job. Now, I love Dollar Tree. You guys know I love Dollar Tree. I used to love Family Dollar. I used to shop when I was younger. It was my store. It was my store. We didn't have, we had like your 99 centers and Dollar Tree and stuff like that, but the products there were terrible, right? They weren't what they are today. There's actually some really good quality now at Dollar Tree that didn't used to be there. And Family Dollar was the place to shop. I filled my first apartment with Family Dollar products. Good prices, a lot higher nowadays, obviously. But, it was the place to go to. It was the place. When all this happened with the warehouse and all this, it broke my heart a little bit. Like, I always loved Family Dollar. So, and I still do in a way, because so many nice employees. Every Family Dollar that I've gone to, every now and then you'll run into somebody that's, whatever, usually they're not there that long. But I've always appreciated what Family Dollar kind of stood for as far as customer service, employees, making sure everything looks good. And then I hear something about this warehouse thing, and it's like, so your employees that are running the stores and everything are doing a really good job, while at the same time, the warehouse here is being allowed to look this way and be this way. Do I feel bad for Family Dollar? I don't know. I don't know. And this is where it really kind of hit me in the face here, was where, the 16,000 something stores. I did not know they owned that much. I really didn't. Between Dollar Tree and Family Dollar, and I guess Dollar Tree Canada, 16,000 stores. That's a lot. That is a lot. That's a lot to handle. I can't imagine handling 100 stores. I couldn't imagine handling 10 stores, right? Let alone 16,000 something. And I'm not defending them by any means, but I see it. I'm sure. Let me know down in the comments if you have, and it doesn't have to be Family Dollar or Dollar Tree. Okay. Let me know down in the comments if you have these kind of stores. Say you have like a 99 center or some value store. And if you have several of them, it could be Dollar Tree, whatever, Dollar General, let us know, like, do you have that one that really underperforms? Do you have that one, every time you go there, you say to yourself, why did I come to this one? Why? Maybe it's a little closer. You wanted to check out something different. That happens to me a lot. I'll go to a different one and it's like, why did I come here? I knew this was bad. But I still came here anyway, because maybe I thought maybe they might have something different, which they don't. Dollar Tree has all the same products. I've never been to a Dollar Tree that has any different products that I haven't seen. The only time that ever happens is if one store is out of the product and the other store has it, which happens. Yeah, it's crazy. This just basically rings in my head. This is going to continue to happen as we go along, and not just with Dollar Tree or Family Dollar. It's going to happen to a lot of different stores. I remember years ago, I was, you guys know I like Meijer, okay? I like Meijer, and some of you may get upset by what I'm about to say. I'm surprised Meijer is still around. They have a deep following here in Cincinnati, okay? With me, with a lot of other people. But it's just hard to see them stay afloat with the more than the groceries. I don't see a lot of people shopping at Meijer for they have their big garden center. I don't see anybody there, ever. I'll go on a Saturday or Sunday. every once in a blue moon, you'll see a bunch of people, not a bunch, a few, but not a lot. You go to Walmart, they're everywhere. People are everywhere, right? You never see that at Meijer, and I'm shocked that they have been able to sustain their company. Now, I know, we've grown, we have a lot of viewers on the channel that do shop at Meijer for groceries. I look around, I'll walk around and I'll look maybe at a shirt, maybe a Bengals t-shirt or something if it's on sale. But I'm not looking through all the other stuff. I will say Meijer does have good quality items. Some items better than Walmart. I would rather buy a fishing pole from Meijer than Walmart. Actually, that kind of depends. I've bought fishing poles from Walmart too. So, I don't know. Meijer can get a little pricey. And I know there's a lot more Meijer in Michigan, right, than here. Okay. But they're just never really that busy. I've been saying this for years. How do they stay open? I've always expected them to do like what Biggs did. Do you remember Biggs? It was kind of like Meijer in a way. They had all the groceries and everything, but they always had all the clothes and stuff like that too. What happened? All that closed, and they kept their groceries open. Now, what eventually happened is Biggs went out of business because they just couldn't handle it anymore. They weren't making the money. They weren't making the money. Was that because they closed their clothes and stuff and all that? No, that was their last shot to cut off what they had to try and keep what they could maybe bring in the future. Wasn't enough. Now, I don't see Meijer closing or anything like this, but I do see some other stores this happening more and more. And I don't think it's because of revenue loss. When you talk a number of a percentage that's very low, it makes me feel like there's another reason you just don't want to say it, right? It is a reason. You lost money, but it doesn't seem like enough money to warrant you closing 1,000 stores. There's another reason for this. Is it getting hard to handle? Now there are other costs maybe outside of what you made or what you made less of, right? Cost of living is going up. Gas has been going up around here. Transportation, these things. I mean, if you were to talk about all this stuff, I would understand that. But they want to throw this whole thing out here that happened a couple years ago, and that's a significant chunk of money, $41.6 million for this. The rat infestation and all that stuff. And this was a Family Dollar warehouse, although owned by Dollar Tree. It seems like this was all on the family. It's always been kind of mixed on who's controlling this. Okay, so let's go into, this is actually the beginning of USA Today and what they had. And this is what I was wanting to read, but I wanted to talk about some of this first before we got into this. Okay, so let's just start off here. USA Today says nearly 1,000 Family Dollar stores are closing, owner Dollar Tree announces. Now that is Dollar Tree and Family Dollar stores, not just Family Dollar. I didn't mention that. Dollar Tree announced it will close nearly 1,000 of its Family Dollar stores after the stores experienced a significant underperformance in 2023, according to a press release by the company. During the fourth quarter of 2023, Dollar Tree underwent a review of its store's performance to identify locations to close, relocate, or rebanner, the company said. I don't think they're relocating. I don't think they're rebannering, or they would mention which ones they're shutting down. And in some ways, I don't even know, because as soon as they start closing them, it's going to be all over the internet. And that could be something that they're fearing, that people will just leave or maybe strike or stuff like that. So in some ways, that kind of makes me think that they're going to be closing some of them in some big areas. That's why I mentioned what I mentioned before, because I wanted to prepare you for this part of this video. Okay? Not 100%. That's all my thoughts. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I have no idea. It's just, why not mention this? Okay. Quote, as a result of this review, we plan on closing approximately 600 Family Dollar stores in the first half of the fiscal 2024. So that could happen anytime. Additionally, approximately 370 Family Dollar and 30 Dollar Tree stores. I like how they said, now this is where it got confusing, okay? I've read different reports. This is why I like doing research on this stuff, okay? And I like giving it a little bit of time. I know people have been wanting me to put this out here, so I know it's going to be a little bit of a long thing here, but I wanted to make sure that we were thoroughly looking at the facts, okay? Now, I don't know if this is factual, okay? I don't know, because I've seen articles that have said 600 Family Dollars, 400 Dollar Trees. I've seen articles that have said half and half. I've seen articles that have said Family Dollar / Dollar Tree. So there's no information. All we know is that 1,000 stores are closing, okay? Even USA Today, now this is quoted by the company, but is the company telling mixed stories here? We don't really know. They probably are. I'm not putting it past them to not lie, but to maybe you don't know. You just know that you have to close 1,000 stores. You may not be the highest person in charge, and you're left with this big mess to have to clean up with the media and people like me, who is dishing this information out to all the viewers that I have sent to Dollar Tree and Family Dollar over the years. And the thing is, calm down, Dan. Promised myself I wasn't going to get too excited. This coffee probably is not helping. What do you think, Frank? Okay. Let me read this quote. As a result of the review, we plan on closing approximately 600 Family Dollar stores in the first half of fiscal 2024. Additionally, approximately 370 Family Dollar and 30 Dollar Tree stores will close over the next several years at the end of each store's current lease term, the company said in a press release. So I'm going to be honest with you here. The only fact, and I'm not reading any more articles. I know you can go down the rabbit hole if you like. ABC did one that was as much misdirection as any of the other ones. I know a lot of our viewers read USA Today. I read USA Today. I feel like most of it they're just putting on here that maybe they were lied to. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know. I really just wanted to do this video today to make everyone know that I was aware of what was going on. The only factual information that we have is that 1,000 of these stores are going to be closing. That is really the only fact we have. And the rat infestation that they are so open about now. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny that this information has come out? Even the number. We never knew a number. I never knew a number. $41.6 million fine. Is that the excuse? Are you going to pay some of your employees some of this severance package that have been selling products at Family Dollar, knowing that they were selling something that probably rats have been running over? Sorry. I'm not going to go that deep. This is a rant, though. This is a rant. We're making it one. I don't like that 1,000 people are going to, or more than 1,000, are going to be let go, right? Say, and it's way more than this, but say there's 2 employees or 3 employees for 1,000 stores. Well, that's 3,000 people. More than that, though. More than that. Unless you relocate, or hopefully they have some kind of plan. Hopefully they have a plan to take people who have been hardworking. I know someone who works at our Dollar Tree down the road that's worked there for 20 years. I hope that one doesn't close. And I'd hate to see something happen to her and get fired. Hopefully have a chance to move to a different Dollar Tree or Family Dollar. I guess that's a good thing about 2 companies, is there's a lot of choices, especially around here. I don't like, and one of the big things is that we're living in a world where it's hard to get by. We're living in a world where it's, a lot of people are on a budget. And some people can't afford to shop at some of these places. Even buying up the sales at Kroger and stuff. Well, they may not have what you need. You may not have transportation there. You may not have the money to get there. Right? And a lot of these Family Dollar and Dollar Trees are kind of like scattered throughout People have planned their routes. They know where they can walk to. They know what they can carry home. They know what they can do. They know what they have to do. And I guess that's where it's a little discouraging for me. That number, though, looking up the number on how many stores they actually own, that's massive. That's massive. And I, like I said, I just hope that the employees are able to work out where they need to go. But at the same time, I don't know. Like I said, if they close the one kind of further out from me, I don't think anybody's going to care. Nobody shops there. So hopefully it's not the ones that are getting a lot of business. I don't see why they would be. And that's why I'm saying it could be more than 1,000, because when you have 16,700 stores and you're just abruptly closing 1,000 and you're saying it's because of underperformance, it seems like you would close a lot more than that. I know if Walmart was dealing with that many, they would have closed a lot more. But Walmart's Walmart, and people are going to be shopping there a lot more to try and save money, because if that's your only choice, right? These stores know this, though. They know that, they're going to put a Dollar General right there in the middle of nowhere, so that you feel like you have to shop there, right? I know a lot of our viewers do. That's why I can mention that freely. We're fortunate to have stores everywhere here in Cincinnati. Everywhere. You can't go 5 minutes down the road without having a store where you can buy groceries, or at least something to get by. I mean, we've got several Dollar Trees. But a lot of people don't have that, and I'm just hoping that you are not the ones affected by this. So I'm glad that it's a small number. I know 1,000 doesn't sound like a small number, but it really is. But make sure to keep your name good, Family Dollar and Dollar Tree, whoever's listening. Make sure that you're finding your employees that have worked hard for you, since you have these 16,000 stores. Find them the job that's close, right? Make sure you're employing them and keeping them employed. Because the one thing that I have noticed about every employee that I have come in contact with any Family Dollar or any Dollar General within my area here, in my bubble, they've always been great, and they're hardworking. And most of the ones that I know, all the ones I know, love their jobs. Guys, like we always say, we got to keep our heads on a swivel with everything going on. I do believe that this is just another move by a major corporation, as to where luckily, and I hate to say it like this, luckily, it's not bigger than what it could be. Like I said, you look at the numbers, if it could be a lot larger. Okay, so hopefully, people can get moved to another job. Hopefully the ones that are being torn down or done or whatever, hopefully they're the ones that don't have any business anyway. If I was working at Dollar Tree, okay, and I knew that my Dollar Tree was so underperforming that, I would be thinking right away, like, they're going to close this place. This is going to go by. Nobody's shopping here. I'm sitting here playing on my phone because nobody's in here. Even though I wouldn't be doing that. I would be cleaning. I keep myself busy. But anyway. Hopefully it's those and not some of the bigger ones. If we see some big ones, and that's something, please let me know down in the comments. If you notice any Dollar Tree or Family Dollar that is near you, that is popping. I mean, everybody's in there all the time. They're selling like crazy. If one of those closes, make sure you let us know on the channel, because we don't know. We have no idea. And having no idea is what's scary, because a lot of people who are reading this, it's all over the local media. They're pointing it, they're throwing it on the idiot box, the TV, they're throwing it in the papers, they're throwing it online, yet nobody knows nothing. Nothing. And that is why I decided to do this video. Because nobody knows anything, yet people are preaching like they know everything. All we know is that 1,000 stores are closing roundabout. I like how they use approximate toward the end there. And it could be more. So make sure you're staying prepared. Make sure you stock up on sales that you see them. I say that in every video, right? I mean, now more than ever. And it may not be a bad idea. My first thought when this started happening, my first thought is, Oh, this is a ploy to get everybody to go to Dollar Tree or Family Dollar and start buying up all the stuff you love, right? Because it was so misworded, so misguided, so misled. I listened to it on the news yesterday, and I was like, you have no idea what you're talking about. They literally just came on there and said, Dollar Tree and Family Dollar are closing stores. What's the weather? Like, that's all they say. There's nothing. That is why we do our research. And normally I wouldn't even put this video out here, but because it's so relevant to our channel and where we shop at, I felt like it was my responsibility that if you do not know about this, that you're aware of what's going on. Because this could be the start of something real that knocks out a lot of our budget stores. I don't think it's going to, okay? Let's say that right there. I don't think it's going to, but it is a start. It is a push. The word is out there. It may lead other places that are underperforming. Maybe there's other outlets for these different CEOs and everything. Maybe to get their money back in a way. It's always about money, guys. Always. Always. And if they did those numbers, right? And if it was like as small as what they're claiming it is, then they're lying. And there's another reason they're doing it. I don't know yet. I don't know. But we'll find out as we go along. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe down to the channel. Leave your comments down below on anything or any questions you may have. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I don't know. I don't know. We just have to wait and see and continue to just be aware of our surroundings. Be aware of everything going on. Talk to people. Talk to people. When I go in these stores, I talk to people. I talk to people, see what's going on, what their perspective is on things. Not bothering people, right? Right? I don't bother people. But if I happen to bump into somebody, I always ask questions. I'm always like, hey, what do you think? What do you think of this? What do you think? Is your store closed? I'm not going to go in and say that to people. But mostly because if they don't know, I don't want them to freak out. Right? Because, yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy world. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.